The San Mateo County Board of Supervisors recently passed a sanctuary ordinance. It goes into effect at the end of the month. But the attention on some of the statements being made by the board members is capturing some headlines.
ABC 7 News I-Team reporter Stephanie Sierra fact-checked some of the comments and explains how the county's ordinance compares to the rest of the Bay Area.
San Mateo County has a code of ethical conduct. Treating people with respect and dignity is listed in the mission statement.
I'm disturbed by you, and you use your privilege. I find it insulting, but you're dog whistling, and you haven't done your homework. You don't know anything.
But that's not what residents witnessed during a recent Board of Supervisors meeting last week, where a controversial sanctuary ordinance passed with a 4-to-1 vote.
Will you answer any of the questions I have?
For people who were watching, it wasn't the difference in opinion that bothered them.
After the really embarrassing and shameful display I saw by the board, I've scrapped my remarks.
I am appalled at the behavior of the rest of the supervisors. It's just disgraceful.
But I am disappointed by the personal attacks we've seen.
Yes, that was embarrassing.
The ordinance prohibits the county from cooperating with Immigration and Customs Enforcement without a judicial warrant. It was authored by Supervisor David Canepa, who believes it will bring more equality to asylum seekers. Supervisor Ray Mueller supported the intent of the ordinance, but wanted 3 amendments that would exempt immigrants convicted of rape, murder, and child molestation. During public comment, the debate got heated.
The personal attacks, the name calling, I honestly can't believe this is what we have representing us in the county. Supervisor Canepa's personal attacks in particular.
We're going to be hearing every voice. He said that. How can he say that?
This is how it started.
We're going to do it in a transparent process. We're going to be thoughtful. We're going to listen. I cannot sit idle and listen to your rhetoric and your dog whistling.
That was until Supervisor Mueller expressed his concern about passing the ordinance as written.
This individual goes to prison, but somehow slips through the cracks.
Where you live in Menlo Park, it is the Latino community. It's all these other communities that make your kale salad. When it comes to your white linen tables where you eat, we're preparing your food. We're picking your produce. You want to vilify us.
From personal attacks to false statements.
Mr. Mueller, can you tell me in the last 16 years how many rapists and murderers have been turned over from ICE, have been turned over from San Mateo County to ICE? Mr. Mueller? You want to know? 0.
Public records obtained by the I-Team found that between 2018 and 2021, there were at least 5 immigrants convicted of sex crimes and another charged with pimping that were transferred to ICE. At least 39 immigrants in San Mateo County were transferred to ICE that were convicted of serious felonies, ranging from child molestation, child abuse, rape, kidnapping, grand theft, elder theft, assault, burglary, robbery, and arson. Supervisor Canepa denied our request to discuss these data points, but we asked him before the meeting about a Department of Justice study that examined 191 child molesters 15 to 30 years after their release from a Canadian prison.
The DOJ has done a study that found child molesters have the highest recidivism rate. Does that change your answer?
Look, Stephanie, that's not going to change my mind.
Supporters of the sanctuary ordinance argue the amendments use victims of violence as an excuse to provide double punishment to immigrants by putting them at the hands of ICE. A man formerly incarcerated when he was 14 spoke about his transformation after his release.
But was handed over to ICE and was detained for over 18 months in ICE detention. That was the worst experience of my life.
The system sometimes makes mistakes and sends innocent people to jail.
Organizations like Silicon Valley Debug, who work on criminal immigration cases, criticize Supervisor Mueller's exemptions as circumstances where people are facing very long sentences in prison.
So this fear-mongering rhetoric that these folks are somehow going to get out and return to their communities is just highly inaccurate and misleading.
Immigration reform advocates like Joaquin Jimenez, who spent decades advocating and working with local immigrant communities, says that's not true.
There's been cases where people actually get deported and they come back. They come back and they come back to the same community.
Victims of brutal attacks and sexual assaults also spoke up, defending Supervisor Mueller's amendments out of concern for public safety, telling the board there are people arrested for crimes that don't always go to trial or always get an appropriate sentence.
I've lived in fear because I've been a victim of abuse, and the criminal that did this to me is still here. And so I have a question. And are we going to allow these people to continue to do these types of crimes?
I am also a victim of sexual assault. As a victim, I can tell you that all you want is the perpetrator as far from you as possible.
The sheriff's office stopped cooperating with ICE in 2021. The new board ruling expands that policy to all county departments, agencies, and employees, prohibiting them from using any county funds to cooperate with ICE, including providing the agency with an individual's personal information or access to county facilities, unless they have a warrant signed by a federal judge. How long could that take?
It can take as little as a half a day. It can take maybe up to 3 days. It depends.
Mark Reichel has been a federal criminal defense attorney for 32 years. He says if there's a risk to public safety, there are instances to get an emergency warrant.
They're usually on parole or even probation, which means they have a parole officer that supervises them. And that parole officer that supervises, it's their duty to watch to make sure there's not recidivism.
Data obtained by the I-Team shows a pattern of recidivism or reoffending among immigrants in San Mateo County transferred to ICE from 2018 through 2021. Most of those individuals had been arrested many times before. 1, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17 times. In one case, 20 times. According to data compiled by ICE, San Mateo joined Santa Clara, San Francisco, Alameda, Contra Costa, Napa, Santa Cruz, and Sonoma counties that have adopted similar sanctuary ordinances, resolutions, policies, or other practices over the years, along with more than a dozen other Bay Area cities. But many of them still have exemptions for serious and violent crimes. For example, the ordinance in Hayward still gives police the ability to interact with ICE and inform them of an undocumented immigrant's release if that person poses a public safety threat. In Emeryville, city employees are prohibited from working with ICE if it involves sharing a person's immigration status, but police can still interact with ICE if there's any danger to the public. In San Francisco, the sanctuary law has 46 exemptions for local authorities to cooperate with ICE in certain cases, including murder, rape, robbery, arson, and carjacking.
The state will notify immigration authorities.
And even the state law has dozens of exemptions for people convicted of serious and violent felonies. Now, San Mateo is not the only county that has had controversy around amending sanctuary policies. We've seen failed efforts in San Jose after the high-profile murder of Bambi Larson and the Grace Baptist Church stabbings in 2020. And just a few months ago here in San Francisco, after an amendment was proposed that would have exempted protections from immigrants convicted of dealing fentanyl.